booth out at Willow Springs International Raceway. And we have a paving problem out here. We do need to pave our racetracks, but in this economy and with everything going on, it's hard to put that much money out there. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars just for one of our courses. But in the meantime, I found a company that will make our course a lot smoother very gently. They just knock the bumps off the track. You know, if you've been out here and driven, you know when you're driving, there's the cracks from asphalt spreading and heat and cold, you know, it forms cracks in the asphalt. Well, when those cracks form, sometimes they push together and sometimes they spread. When they spread, it's easily fixed and it can be nice and flat. But sometimes they buckle together and they create a bump that I'm sure you felt in your suspension when you're driving around the track, especially the Omega turn 3 and 4, which is where we decided to kind of test this company out called Flat Paths. They're out of North Carolina. They travel all across the country. They have this machine that they've built. They didn't invent the machine that holds the head that grinds, but they invented this this head on this machine that grinds it. It has little diamond carbon bits on it. It spins, and they can do traction control, and they can do bump grinding, and they can make anything level from cement to asphalt. So if you have a sidewalk that the roots under the tree have made the sidewalk lift, they can just grind that down instead of having someone take that out and pouring concrete. Or if, in our case, with the buckling cracks, what they did, we have a problem. There is plenty of companies that will come out and grind a road, but it's giant heavy equipment. And when that giant heavy equipment is on the track, you're actually damaging the track while you're fixing the bumps. With this company, they have a little machine about the size of a golf cart with a head on it that spins. And it's, like I said, it's only a 1,500-pound piece of equipment, so it's not doing any damage to the racetrack. And I have rented machines before that you can push. Everyone's seen them. You push them and they plane asphalt. I would spend 3 hours on one crack, and it would just get the little lip that forms when it buckles. But also when it starts to buckle, it also creates what's like a little speed bump. It's here's the track, and then it kind of goes up just an inch or two, and then it has the lip on it. But that inch or two you feel. And so I would spend all day grinding these bumps, and it would still be bumpy on the suspension for the race cars. And they wouldn't bottom out on the lips anymore. There's no raise, but these, you know, it still disrupts your line. With this company, in 5 minutes, and something I spent 2 hours on, is completely planed flat. It's a flat plane, and it doesn't do any damage to the racetrack. They set it to the flattest plane closest to the bump, and they just knock that bump right off the racetrack. Tina out at Flat Paths came out, and this was new to her too. They've only done golf courses. And I called them because I was all over Google all the time. I'm like, I just want to find someone that can come out, and I knew it had to be done. There are chains, you know, chain machines, but those chain machines also just beat the heck out of your asphalt. And what that's doing is it's undermining, it's disrupting the asphalt underneath your asphalt as well as getting rid of that bump. And I just wasn't into it. And also it leaves this pattern that would wear the tires more. With this thing that Tina has, I saw what she did on her little promotional video on her site, flatpaths.com, and I was like, that looks like it might work. And so I called her just out of the blue, and just thought, well, maybe I could talk her into coming out to California. Little did I know they are all over the place anyway. And so they loaded up their equipment and drove it out here. It wasn't too much to have it come out here. And then they spent a week on my track, and we got all of turn 4 completely grinded down and flat. And all I had to do was when they ground down one of the bumps, if there was a residual crack left that was too much to just leave until we repave or seal it, I would just go over with my asphalt emulsion. I have this epoxy I put over stuff. I have cold mix. I have a bunch of different things I use on the racetrack to fill any cracks and potholes. And so I would do that. They would go through, and most of them I didn't have to do anything to, because this is, I can't state this enough, it's very, very gentle. It looks like, I mean, chunks are flying. I was kind of scared the first time they did it. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to fix this. And I was gonna tell them to go home when I was watching the first one go, because chunks of asphalt are just flying all over the place. And when the debris went away, it was just a nice, and it's not flat like with the other machines. it would be like a mirror polish on this on the asphalt, and you know that's not good. You need traction. And with this, it leaves a little pattern, but it's not one of those chain patterns like you see on the highway where it's the divots and it's nice and smooth, but that would wear your tires out because of the different, you know, it's pointy and stuff like that. This is just a nice, natural looking finish on the asphalt. If you have a go-kart track, if you have a drift track, if you are anywhere in this desert in the Antelope Valley and have pavement that you see these bumps and you're just like, oh, they'll never go away, I have to repave. You can call Flat Paths and they can come out, and instead of spending all that money paving companies hate flat paths because it extends the life of your pavement. And you also, if you are going to repave, you can have them come out and grind it, and that's less money you have to spend on prep for your repave job. Then you can just lay a nice cap on top of your asphalt, and it's nice and flat. You can fill in the cracks so that the cracks don't mirror through the asphalt. This company is a lifesaver if you have asphalt, if you have a racetrack, if you have a runway, if you have a private runway that your airplane is bouncing all over the place when you're landing and you just want it smoothed out, they can come out and in one day make that thing feel smooth as it was brand new. I highly recommend Flat Paths, and we're gonna have them out here again. This was a test. We're gonna have them out here multiple times, and we're gonna get everything out here flat because of Flat Paths. Thanks, Tina.
To subscribe to this page, Rody Thomas. He's doing so much awesome stuff. Definitely check in, see what's going on. Willow Springs, really fun out here. So hopefully see you guys soon, and definitely support Rody and all the cool stuff.